Hello. So napunta karon, okay, to discuss another topic sa tuwang basic calculus, which is continuity of a function. So I am Sir James. So let's start. Okay. So what is for continuity of a function? There is two subtopics. First is the continuity at a point. Okay. To determine that a function of f is continuous at a point, it must be a function of f is said to be continuous at x equals c if the following conditions are satisfied. So there are three conditions. First condition is if the function at x equals c exists, or f of c exists. The second one is the limit of that function as x approaches c exists. And the third one is if the function of c and the limit of the function as x approaches c is equal. So, if one of these three conditions is dili masatisfy, it follows this is a discontinuous function. So first, continuity at a point. So let's have an example. Determine if the function x cubed plus x squared minus 2 is continuous or not at x equals 1. So, we have to check the three conditions for continuity of a function. So, first condition, if x equals 1, then f of 1 is what? So, this is a function. So, direct substitution, you have the 1 cubed plus 1 squared minus 2. And you have 1 cubed is 1, 1 squared is another 1, 1 plus 1 minus 2. So, that is 0. Therefore, f of 1 is 0. A 0 is a number Japona, so it follows the function of 1 exists, or the f of 1 exists. Okay. Second condition, the limit of our function as x approaches to 1. Okay, so the limit of x cubed plus x squared minus 2 as x approaches to 1. So katong previous topic na ton, sa ano to pag-determine sa limit. Okay, if you can use direct substitution, direct substitute it. So you have 1 cubed plus 1 squared minus 2. Okay, so you have 0. Rajapon our limit. Okay, notice our f of 1 is 0, and also our limit of f of x as x approaches to 1 is also 0. Therefore, this is f is continuous at x equals 1. Okay, so another example is this one. Okay, so you have this time a rational function. Determine if this function x squared minus x minus 2 over x minus 2 is continuous or not at x equals 0. So, we have to check the three conditions for continuity of a function. So, first is at f of 0, what is our function? So, you have ilisa nato og 0 ang tanan x, so you have the 0 squared minus 0 minus 2 all over 0 minus 2. Okay, this is coming from our original function. So this is negative 2 over negative 2. Okay, any number divided by itself is equal to 1. So f of 0 is 1. Okay, next is the limit. Okay, so you notice at x equals 0, dili man ma-antipine, so you can use direct substitution. So this is, okay, you have, so this is 0 squared minus 0 minus 2, okay, all over 0 minus 2. Okay, so this is also 1. So you notice the limit of f of x as x approaches 0 and f of 0 is equal to 1. So f of 0 is equal to 1, which is also equal to our limit of f of x as x approaches to 0. Therefore, our f function is continuous at x equals 0. Since three conditions are satisfied, therefore our f is continuous at x equals 0. Okay. So, aside from continuity at a point, okay, let's have another example. This time, a piecewise function. So, for a piecewise function, okay, so you have f is equal to x plus 1 if x is less than 4, and the square of x minus 4 plus 3, okay, if x is greater than or equal to 4. Okay, determine if it is continuous or not at x equals 4. So we have to check the three conditions to the function. So first is f of 0. Okay, by the way, save na. This is f of 4 din eh. Okay. So, at f of 4, okay, since this is a function, pangitanon na to, asa sa duha ka function, ang equals to 4. So, you notice na dari ang equal sign. So, this function na nga to ang gamiton. So, you have x, okay, you have the 4 minus 4 squared plus 3. So, you have 4 minus 4 is 0. 0 squared plus 3. So, the answer is f of 4 is equal to 3. Therefore, the limit exists. Diba? Okay. How about the second condition? The limit of f of x. Okay, so notice this is a piecewise. So, tanaw na to ang left side and right side of our function. So, first is the limit of f of x. Okay, since 4 man siya, notice na tayo left of 4 and right of 4. So, limit of f of x as x approaches 4 from the left, or 4 negative, exponent negative. Okay, so you have, kung 4 from the left, katong less than 4. So, you have the x plus 1 na to ang gamiton. So, this is, you have 4, okay, substitute the 4 plus 1, kay x plus 1 matong gamiton. And 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. How about the other one? Okay, the limit of f of x as x approaches 4 from the right, or 4 positive. Okay, kung 4 from the right is katong greater than ito pangitaon, so which is this one. You have the 4 minus 4 squared plus 3. Okay, we already know that 4 minus 4 is 0. So, the answer is 3. Since the limit from the left and right is not equal, therefore, the limit of f of x as x approaches 4 does not exist. Okay. So, dapat, this limit from the left and right of 4, dapat equal na sila. Okay, para ma-consider na to nga the limit of that function exists. Basta piecewise. Okay. So, no need to continue this one. Okay, since condition 2 is not satisfied. Therefore, yung murag 3 dots ka triangle. Therefore, f is discontinuous at x equals 4. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so for the continuity of a point, we have those one in examples. For discontinuous or discontinuity at a point, okay, we will tackle that one for the next topic. Okay, so manata at x equals c, or any point c. So this time, how about continuity on an interval? So, a function f is said to be continuous everywhere if f is continuous at every real number. Okay, on a parenthesis. So, these are the conditions kung kanus ang ma-continuous ang ato ang interval. Okay, have the example for this one. So example number 4. So consider this function g, a piecewise function. Is g continuous at interval 0, 1? Okay, so you have interval not including the 0 but included c 1. Okay, so this interval is the same as this interval. X is greater than 0 but less than or equal to 1. So our g function is equals 3. And remember, a g of x equals 3 is a horizontal line. Okay, so this is a horizontal line from 0 to 1, not including the 0 mismo. Okay, so from the right of 0, padulong kang exactly 1. So clearly, wala siya naputol since that is a horizontal line. Therefore, g is continuous, okay, at interval 0, 1. Okay, so therefore, so dali na siya. Actually, pwede na natin tanawon. Not necessary nga mag-solve ta. Kailangan natin mag-solve if and only if kana it involves 2 or more functions. Okay. Another example is the same na Japan, but this time from 4 to positive infinity. Okay. So this time that is the same as x greater than 4. And you have a polynomial function. Okay, remember our topic last time, katong gingon ako katong continuity at a point. Okay, if it is a polynomial function, okay, kung polynomial function lang siya, so it follows our function is continuous. So for this one, therefore g is also continuous at interval 4 to positive infinity. Okay, so I will give another example for this one for our next topic, which is discontinuity of a function. Okay, so thank you for listening.